farmcreditservices.com.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
I just went to our screen. Can you hear volume? All right. Sounds good. I'm going to run the commercials for a few minutes and we'll start at 6:30. So appreciate you helping. Hey, I sent you a.
Redfield Energy is a 65 million gallon ethanol plant that produces over 200,000 tons of distillers and grids for over 22 million bushels of corn, providing a quality feed market for all local feeders. At Redfield Energy, they take pride in providing an economic impact on the agricultural industry, community, state, and its utility holders. Located 2 miles north of Redfield, make Redfield Energy your preferred market for locally grown corn. Redfield Energy is a proud supporter of Redfield Pheasant sports and activities.
Whether you are pregnant or planning ahead, you and your baby deserve a healthy start. We offer a wide range of services such as advocacy, health screenings and education, care coordination and car seat safety, participant empowerment, referral services, and fatherhood support. To learn more about Great Plains Healthy Start, visit greatplainstravelhealth.org or call one of our 5 service areas today. Brought to you by Great Plains Healthy Start, so that the people may live.
El Corral Cocina Mexicana is located in Clark, South Dakota. Our hours are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Choose from dine-in, takeout, or let us cater your next event. We offer a wide array of fresh foods, from tacos, gobernador, and enchiladas dinner to arroz con pollo and quesadilla fajita. TLC and fresh ingredients go into preparing our food to provide the best quality and taste. Call us at 605-653-5032 or stop by at 501 First Avenue West and try our delicious food today.
Have you thought about advancing your education? Do you love helping people? A healthcare career may be an excellent opportunity for you. Hi, I'm Chandler Comas, clinical adjunct and lab instructor for the nursing program through Southeast Technical College at the Huron Community Campus. Students at the Huron Community Campus can partner with NSU and Southeast Tech to complete the prerequisites and courses for the medical assistant, practical nursing, and RN programs, all while saving money and staying close to home. Call Doug at 353-8518 to discuss the
At Brueggemann Crop Services, they offer a full line of crop insurance products backed by years of experience to ensure you're getting the best risk management package for your specific operation. They are also your full-service channel seed provider, along with a full line of seed treatments. As farmers themselves, they will tailor a plan that will set you at ease for everything nature may throw at you. Crop insurance is their only insurance. For a no-obligation insurance or seed quote, call 853-3200 or check them out online at BrueggemannCropInsurance.com.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods, such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
At Community Memorial Hospital and Redfield Clinic, they recognize the value of every person and are guided by their commitment to excellence and leadership. Their mission is to improve the health of every person they serve through the efficient delivery of excellent, innovative, and compassionate care. Schedule your appointment or virtual visit with your care provider. Community Memorial Hospital and Clinic. Best of care, close to home. At Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford & Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
Ready to transform your fitness journey? Join Anytime Fitness in Redfield today for just $1. Hurry in and take advantage of this limited time special. Their 24/7 gym offers top-notch equipment and a supportive community to help you reach your goals. Now's the time to seize the chance to kickstart your fitness journey. Find them on Facebook at Redfield Anytime Fitness. Act now and take the first step towards a healthier, stronger you. Anytime Fitness, proud sponsor of Redfield sports and school activities. Are you confident in your ag equipment for the season ahead? You can be with an inspection from the RDO Equipment Company. Whether it's routine maintenance, annual inspections, or anything in between, their knowledgeable team of service experts will care for your fleet like it's their own. RDO Equipment Company offers a range of service and support options to ensure your equipment is fully maximized. Learn more about available options and get your inspection scheduled today. Visit rdoequipment.com/service or contact their Redfield store today.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
It's on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's athletic banquet. We want to thank everyone for being here tonight. Special thank you goes out to our athletes for all their participation this year, the coaches for all the time that you spend, energy away from your families and things. We can't thank you guys enough. The athletes, the entertainment that you provide for us is unbelievable. The community totally backs you and enjoys you completely. Win, lose, or draw, we're always Pheasant fans. We want to put a special thank you out to the administration for allowing you guys to participate, the school board as well. And a special thank you goes out to this gentleman to my right, Mr. Osborne. Joe went through some tough times this year, we know about that, but he bounced back, and my goodness sakes, he does one heck of a job as athletic director for Redfield High School. We want to thank also Val Zucker for lining up those bus drivers for those away trips. Val, you do a great job with getting those things all lined up. Sometimes I hear you and Dawn talking up there, and we're going to take a bus here and a bus there, and no, Val, we can't take a big one. We've got to take a small one. But Val, you're doing a great job running that bus garage and your staff. We really do appreciate that too, and I know the kids do as well. So, and also a special thank you goes out to Mrs. Ferricks and Dr. Wallner for their support during the year. I know they're usually at all the wrestling matches when we have them at home. They travel with and so on and so forth, but we want to thank those people as well for always being there when needed. Appreciate those people. With that, we will get started with the awards. First award tonight will be the Michael Remillard Award, and that will be presented by Mr. Dave Durfee.
Hi. The Michael Remillard Memorial Wrestler of the Year Award was started by his parents years ago. Michael was killed in a car accident. He was in the Navy, and he was a wrestler for Redfield High School, and they decided to set up a Most Improved Senior Wrestler of the Year Award. I've been on this committee for several years, and this year, Norm Seabright and our representative from the American Legion and the head wrestling coach. That's a $100 scholarship, and the senior wrestler gets his name on the plaque over in the Ken Greeno PE building, and the recipient this year is Grady 5.
Congratulations, Grady. Our next award is the Adolph Rohrbach Memorial Wrestling Scholarship Award, and Wade Schwartz will be delivering that message.
The Adolph Rohrbach Award is awarded each year to a graduating senior of Redfield High School. A committee of 5 individuals meet to determine the winner each year by criteria set up by the family of Adolph Rohrbach. Mr. Rohrbach was a big supporter of Redfield High School athletics. He has had many grandchildren participating in Redfield Pheasants in the past. Still has some members at the present time participating in Redfield. The Rohrbach family has always been a big supporter of the Redfield wrestling program. Started a scholarship to go to a senior wrestler each year since his death. Receiving the Adolph Rohrbach $100 award this year is Chase McGilvery.
Our next award will be the Flo Hyman Award, and it will be presented today by Mr. Joe Wasberg.
Thank you.
We'll see how well I can talk tonight. The Flo Hyman Outstanding Female Athlete Award is a tribute to the great Olympic volleyball player Flo Hyman, who died at age 31 of Marfan syndrome during a volleyball match in Japan. She was the best American women volleyball player ever. Flo worked hard to assure equality for women's sports and will be remembered for her numerous athletic achievements. This award is given to an outstanding female athlete for her leadership, sports skills, character, and work ethic. We are proud to present this year's Flo Hyman Award to Katie Ruzel.
Our next award is the Richard Dick Muntz Fan of the Year Award. Little background behind this. Dick Muntz was a major athletic supporter for Redfield High School. I've given this award, I guess, since it was started. Dick, great baseball fan for Redfield. I might have been one of the last people that I ever talked to. Dick and I were doing a baseball game. It was a Morris Radigan baseball tournament here in Redfield. And Dick was keeping score, I was announcing. And the final game was going late that night. And Dick looked at me about the bottom of the 9th inning and the score was tied. And he says, "Bobby," he says, "I got to go home." He said, "I'm not really feeling very well." Well, unfortunately, he went home and never came back on Sunday. So anyway, the Muntz family has given this award each year for the Fan of the Year for Redfield Pheasant Athletics. This year's recipient of the Dick Muntz Memorial Award is Sharon Osborne. Sharon, would you please come forward?
Oh, well. Tell her what the heck, yeah. It was.
A mom's look.
go see Peaches.
Congratulations, Sharon. Well deserved. Our next awards will be the TRAP Awards, and on your programs, it shows that the coaches were Mason Altman, Alondra Harrelson, and assistant coach Shauna Pauley. Well, Ms. Harrelson is gone and Mr. Altman is gone from here, so the presenters this year will be Kyle Falk and Shauna Pauley. You can't tell which is which. Kyle's one with the black shirt on. Feel like you're going to a funeral.
I'm gonna stand. All right, good evening. I'm gonna give out some awards from last year, but before we do that, I would like to thank our administration, Mr. Osborne. They put up with a lot from me since I'm gone. I think I'm gone more than I'm around in school, but me emptying out the school with track meets and stuff like that, I apologize. Last year, as I believe was pretty successful for you guys, I believe you had one state qualifier and numerous personal records, and I don't know, it just seems to be a tradition here in Redfield, and it's carrying on. So for this year, I would like anybody, middle school or high school, that's in the track team to please stand up. Thank you guys for your hard work, your dedication, and putting up with me and my assistant coaches, Ms. Pauley, Mr. Brasilia, Mr. Hawkins, Mr. Olson, Ms. Schutte. You know, we try to do our best. It's my second time around doing this head coach thing, and just trying to get my feet wet again and figure it out. All right. I will hand the mic over to Ms. Pauley, and she will give out the awards for tonight.
Okay. All right. Hi. I'll start with our letter winners. For we'll do girls. All right. First year letter winners will be Kendall Seabright, Siobhan Phillips, Ella Rude Peterson, Chloe Zenz, Cecilia Suker. Our second year letter winners for girls are JD Turner and Charlie Youngworth. Our 3-year letter winners for girls are Jersey Morrison and Ruthie Croney. And Pamela Ross was a 6-year letter winner. For boys, for 1-year letter winners, we had Nicholas Becker and Nels Backel and Ethan Falk. And we also have Elijah Morissette. Okay. Our 2nd-year letter winners for boys are Jackson Sandos, Jacob Baranin, and Justin Radigan. And our 3rd-year letter winner was Kyle Woodring. All right, I will start with our Pheasant Award. This award goes to somebody who is very focused on boosting team morale and team spirit, was always cheering on teammates and setting a great example for others. Our Pheasant Award winner for boys was Nels Bacco, and for girls it was JD Turner. Next, we'll do our breakout athlete. For boys, we had Nicholas Becker, Micah Zastro, and Ethan Falk. And for girls, we have Rihanna Young, Ella Rude Peterson, and Cecilia Suker. Next is our field event athlete of the year. For boys, we had Elijah Morissette, and for girls, we had Cameron Ross. Next, our distance runner of the year for boys was Kyle Woodring, and for girls it was Kendall Seabright. Our sprinter of the year for boys was Jackson Sandos, and for girls it was Chloe Zenz. Alright, and last but not least, our most valuable runner for boys last year was Justin Radigan, and for girls it was Cameron Ross. Congratulations to all of our letter winners and award winners. Great job last year.
Thanks, coaches. Appreciate your work. Our next two awards will be given by Mr. Kyle Falk for the girls' golf. He was the head coach last year.
Thank you. I'm back. Elisha wanted to know what my favorite snack was, and I like tater tots. So, just so you know. Right? Girls' golf last year. Didn't think it was going to happen for a while. I think we practiced inside for 2 months before we actually finally got a meet in. Ended up pretty well. We exceeded expectations from the get-go. Ended up having one athlete make state. Should have been two, but somebody had a misfortunate accident. It happens. But in all, it was a very successful season, and I liked it. I don't know. I kind of wish I could have stayed with golf a little bit. We'll go to track this year. All right. Just a few awards to give out quick. Our most improved golfer from last year is Grace Lemmer. Right, our team MVP from last year is Addison Evans. Okay. And the co-MVP award from last year and our state qualifier, Marie Weller. No, Kevin, come here. No, Kevin, come here now. All right, thank you very much.
Our next awards. Football. Head coach, Mr. Hank Basilio. Assistant coaches, Kyle Falk, Nathan Quinkhammer, and Tommy Gray. You guys, please come forward.
All right. Okay. So first, I'd like to give thanks to the admin and school board for bringing me on, allowing me to be the football coach. Admin for helping me out in my first year, getting things scheduled and figured out. Thank you to my staff. Obviously, I can't do anything that I do on the sideline without them. Thank you to Alex Schottenkirk and Matt Odlin and Jack Mills, okay, for helping out on the sideline with everything, with filming, getting water, making sure stuff is where it needs to be before games, both on the road and home. And lastly, thank you to parents and coaches' wives. Okay, without you, none of it works. All right, you support your boys, you allow them to be out, you give them the opportunity to play football. And like I said, coaches' wives, I know it's a lot of hours some days, so thank you for allowing them to be there with me. So just a little bit about our season, okay? Our season wasn't the best season that we wish we could have had, okay? We battled and fought through hard games, and we progressed every game throughout the year. You know, we started out against a hard opponent like Hot Springs, and we just continued to progress every game each week. And you know, we finally were able to put a win on the season, and you know, just continue to fight hard throughout all those games. To my seniors, okay, although season didn't go in our favor, okay, everything that you accomplished through your career has helped prepare you for all of your future endeavors, whether it's college athletics, academics, and going into the workforce. Okay, so I thank you guys so much for putting in all the work that you did, okay, throughout the summer, throughout fall, all right, the years before. Thank you for everything that you did to help prepare yourselves. Okay, and looking to the future, all right, all the hard work that those seniors and juniors did has done a lot of work for this program and lay the groundwork for all the future classes, okay, to come after this. Oh my. Okay. Okay, so we will give out our letter winners first. So first year letter winners are Evan Jatan, Jacoby Vaughn, Malachi Paulson, Tyler Roberts, Kevin Weller, Jackson Etheridge, David Lopez, Derek Bogart, Aiden Understock Jessen, I didn't put it in. so I don't know. I didn't put that in, so I don't know. I didn't know exactly. Yeah. Our second year letter winners are Jacob Baranin, Colin Dean, Camden Murray, Jackson Sandos, Ethan Falk, Noah Johnson, Connor Zenz. Okay, our third year letter winners are just Dylan Murray, and then fourth year letter winners are Grady Fye, Chase McGilvery, Elijah Morissette, Justin Radigan, and Alex Wren. All right. So for awards, okay, I will start with our Pheasant Leadership Award. Okay, Pheasant Leadership is just someone who, regardless of the ups and downs, comes to practice, does everything he's supposed to do right throughout the games, just tries to keep everybody positive. It's just someone that shows the ability to be a leader both on and off the field, and that the person receiving the Pheasant Leadership Award is Elijah Morissette. Also, Elijah, don't go anywhere. Elijah was also presented with Academic All-State. So next, I will talk about our defensive MVP. Okay, this award is for the person who just came out every day, did whatever he could, in practice to try to get better. In games, he did everything he could, playing at the second level of our defense, whether it was blitzing off the edge, coming through the middle, trying to do everything he could. The defensive MVP this year is Chase McGilvery. Chase is also an Academic All-State Award winner. All right, our offensive MVP. Obviously, this is a kid that just did everything he could to try to come down with the ball. Had numerous amounts of catches, did everything we could from motioning to trying to run the ball, and then obviously just making big catches when we need them, and that's Justin Radigan. Okay, lastly for football is our scout team player. Scout team is for a person who might not see the most reps on the field, but he shows up to practice, does everything he can, whether it's play scout O-line, scout D-line, DB, whatever it is. He's a kid that's always trying to be as positive as he can, and I like his work ethic throughout his first year in high school, and the scout team MVP is Derek Bogart. Okay, before I get off the stage, I'm also going to announce our Iron Pheasant Awards as I run the summer strength conditioning program and the winter strength conditioning program. But these awards are going to go to those who are here in the summer. For our boys Iron Pheasant Award winner, he was there every day, and he just kind of did everything that he needed to be the strongest that we had, and that is Grady Fye. Grady for football is also an academic All-State Award winner. Lastly, our girls Iron Pheasant, she was there every day. She made great strides throughout the summer, and throughout the next 3 years of her career, she will continue to get stronger, faster, and become a much better athlete, and that is Miley Fye. Thank you.
Two more things that I'm extremely proud of also for our football team last year. Two young men that are taking it to the next level. Elijah Morissette, Jamestown Jimmy next year. Congratulations. Chase McGilvery, go to Wesleyan University in Mitchell next year. Congratulations. I'm proud of all you young athletes. You two guys are up here. Congratulations. Very happy for you. Wish you the best of luck. Succeed. All right? If you don't succeed up at Jamestown, Coach Esser, if you remember him, I don't know if he's even around anymore. He'll lead you astray up there. If you need any information about Jamestown, he's the guy to talk to. And you got Coach Gall in your back pocket with his brother up there, so good luck to you. Sorry about losing Coach Sipple on Dakota Wesleyan. I thought maybe I had a back for you there, maybe Chase, but go out and prove to him how good you are, okay, buddy? All right. Next awards. Cheerleading awards. Angela Falk, please come forward. You already did.
Do football and basketball together. For the first year letter winners for football, Addie Stoner. First year for basketball, Emery Hoffman and Amelia Sorsa. First year for football and basketball, Matilda Poulsen and Michaela Schultz. Then we have second year for football, Kylie Aiken and Jerica Radigan. And then we have third year for football, JD Turner. I have two Spirit Awards, one for football and one for basketball. Both of the Spirit Awards are going to individuals who truly deserve them. I chose the winners based on their leadership. We needed strong leadership from these individuals to make our seasons go smoothly. They are receiving these awards and also titles for next year. During the football season, the person proved to be a strong leader. I can't wait to see what this next season will bring. We were able to work hard, stay on task, and accomplish a lot. We were able to do a lot more stunts than we have in the past. She would take the lead and help teach others. This award goes to our 2024-2025 football sideline captain, JD Turner. During the basketball season, this person proved to be a strong leader. She would practice the cheers, record them, and send the videos to others to practice from. It can be tough with only a few cheerleaders. We only had 4 this year. We survived our first season of having basketball cheer back, and this award goes to our football junior captain and our basketball captain for the 2024-2025 seasons, Michaela Schultz. And then lastly, I'd like to thank all the cheer parents and the cheerleaders for everything. I can't wait to see what we do this next year with bigger squads.
Thank you, Mrs. Falk. Guys, you have no idea the work these cheerleaders put in behind the scenes on that. I got a soft spot in my heart for them. I had a daughter that cheered. I had to go through the history, but these young ladies support you greatly, and they work hard, and we thank Mrs. Falk for directing them. We really do. Next we have boys golf. Head coach, Mr. Brady Shehak. Assistant coach, Clay Hoots.
Okay, Clay was not able to make it. He had commitments, so I'll do this myself. If I can have all boys golfers up to my left here, please. All boys golfers from last year. So this year, as they're coming up here, we had 23 boys out, including 5 seniors. So overall, pretty young team, but a team I'm looking forward to going with in the future here, but definitely some guys we're going to miss. I'm going to start with my letter winners here. Letter winners for this year were Jackson Root, Mike Azastro, Tristan O'Daniel, Seth Domke, Kevin Weller, and Jackson Campbell. Most improved this year. This one I just kind of take the scores from where they started the year to where they ended the year. This year's most improved went to Seth Domke. Next, I'd like to recognize we had 4 seniors or 4 members make state tournament this year, qualified for state. So on our region team was Mike Azastro, Seth Domke, Tristan O'Daniel, Kevin Weller, and Jackson Campbell. And out of those, the 4 seniors, Seth, Tristan, Kevin, and Jackson all qualified, with Micah missing it by 4th placing. So congratulations to them. Last award is our MVP award. So went dual MVP award this year to Kevin Weller and Jackson Campbell. So definitely going to miss these 4 next year. My 5 seniors. So they've given me a lot the past 3 years. So I took this program over 3 years ago with all 4 of the 5 of these guys. Dolan didn't join us right away. But it's been a fun run with them. It's great to see them make their improvements they have. We're excited for next year. Even with our great numbers, we still encourage you to come out. Golf's definitely a game you can do forever. So come out, join us. Definitely going to be a younger team next year with these 4 going away. But look forward to continued success with some of our younger guys that we had this year to see where they can go. You got anything? You want to say anything? Oh. I've got my 2 academic All-State winners, and know that there's certificates tomorrow because I didn't print them. My 2 academic All-States were Kevin Weller and Seth Domke as well.
On behalf of the seniors and the entire golf team, I'd like to thank Mr. Chiak for all the time and effort that he's put into us and help us get to where we're at the end of the season. Without a dedicated coach like Mr. Chiak, it would have been a struggle to get us rounded up, the entire team, and he got us 4 seniors to state. One of the best memories that us 4 seniors is going hot tubbing with Mr. Chiak at state golf in Rapid City this past year, where Chiak sat on one side of the hot tub and a creepy old man sat on the other side staring at him. So Chiak said he was comfortable though, so he let it slide. Another activity that we liked doing at the golf course was looking for golf balls around. And we would search the rough, the weeds, the hazards, and Jackson, Mitchell, and I got creative and checked the bottom of the pond on hole one time, so got all them balls. Another huge thank you goes to Mr. Clay Hoots. He stepped in to assistant coach for the past season, and it showed through our scores. Thank you to all the parents and the supporters that came out to any of the golf meets over the past 4 years. So, thank you.
Our next awards will be the girls softball. This will be the first year, I'm sure most of you know. Yeah. Girls are doing good. Girls coaches are head coach, Mr. Bradley Shehawk. Assistant coaches, Barb Boomsma, Rhonda Stroh, and I think we forgot one on there. We forgot Mr. Jim Grunwald also. All right.
Okay, continue on to the girls' side of things here. All softball girls, please come up. So being a new sport this year, we don't have any awards from last year. Don't have this year's awards yet, kind of right in the middle of the season. So far this year, we're 3-3 on the year, with all of our wins coming at home so far. So hoping to get that first away win here this weekend as we are on the road. But coming up here, we have Friday night, we have Parents' Night tomorrow night against Florence Henry. So we encourage you to come out, 4 o'clock varsity game with JV to follow. And then Saturday, we're going to go up to Castlewood, or over to Castlewood, I guess, with a 10:30 and noon game. So 10:30 we'll play Avon, and noon we'll play Castlewood. So look forward to the next 3 games here, 3 big games for us coming up. Then on, I have Monday wrote down, is it Monday or Tuesday, Sioux Valley? Tuesday. Tuesday we have Sioux Valley. So definitely can't even keep track of where we're at or when we're there. So Sioux Valley, we're at home Tuesday, and that's a 4 o'clock game as well. So I encourage you to come out and watch these girls. They're doing some huge things here and having a great year. One of our big accomplishments here on the year, Kendall Seabright hit her first home run on, what day was that? What game was that, Kendall? Millbank game. So Kendall hit her leadoff home run against Millbank the other night. So congratulations to Kendall on that. Yes, over the fence, leadoff batter, 3-2 count. It was awesome. So very proud of these girls though for what they've given to us coaches this year. Improvements they have made. Willing to listen to us with anything we tell them, anything to try. So Charlie went 3 for 3, 3 bunt singles against Mowbridge the other night. So definitely leading our team with bunts, getting on base. I think she's only gotten thrown out on 1 bunt this year. So awesome job just across the board. Defensively, these girls keep talking, playing together, playing strong that way. And they stay dedicated to us as coaches, which is all we can ask for. Seniors, we do have balls. If I can have my 5 seniors step forward. Yeah, the balls. I'm going to have to look. Okay. Our 5 seniors are Chloe Zenz, Jersey Morrison, Ruthie Croney, Jody Polk, and Emery Binger. Thank you guys for your dedication.
Thanks.
Jetty, you have to give a speech.
Real quick, Mr. Chiak, big thanks to you for helping us get this started this first year. And thanks for putting up with us every day. We appreciate you a lot.
Next awards will go out to cross country and the head coach, Shauna Pauley.
Hello again. First, I'd like to say that our 2023 season was filled with great practices, sunny race days, and consistent improvement for runners of all levels. I'm really proud of the athletes, and I want to thank you guys for your hard work and dedication throughout the season. Thank you to the cross-country parents and everyone who came out to support the team at meets. I know it's not easy all the time, but I really appreciate it, and I know the runners do too. I also have to say that Peyton Moore made it to state this year as well, so good job, congratulations. I'll start out, go ahead. I will start out with our varsity letter winners. These athletes completed a varsity race, and that was Peyton Moore and JD Turner. My next award is the Rookie of the Year award. This award goes to an athlete who shows great promise in the sport. This year's winner truly has the desire to win and pushes herself in races, and I'm really excited to see what she does in the future. This year's Rookie of the Year is Sage Youngworth. All right, the next award is the Most Improved. This award goes to an athlete who shows dedication to getting better. This runner worked extremely hard to cut time each race and saw success from the beginning to the end of the season by cutting over 1 minute and 30 seconds off of her time. And this year's Most Improved award goes to JD Turner. My next award is the Hardest Worker. This award goes to an athlete who consistently works hard in practice. They show up on time and ready to run. They finish every workout strong, and in doing so, they set a great example for their teammates. I have 2 this year. My hardest workers are Christian Peterson and Silas Schultz. My last award is the Most Valuable Runner award. This award is to some athletes who who show up consistently in practice and in varsity races. They're ready to work hard and are a valuable asset to the team as far as varsity scoring, and they're also an important part of team culture and morale. I want to thank these 2 for their leadership. This year's Most Valuable Runner for boys is Peyton Moore, and for girls, my Most Valuable Runner is JD Turner.
Thank you, Ms. Pauley. I had the honor this year, Mr. Osborne asked me to go be the curve judge, Redfield's representative for curve judge at 2 of the cross-country meets. The Northeast Conference and the region meet. I got to ride home with the team from the region meet. This young lady that coaches these kids does a heck of a job, let me tell you. I can't thank her enough for the time she puts in, the effort she put in working with our cross-country kids. And our cross-country kids, the hard work you guys put in, who would want to try to keep up with them? No, it's unbelievable the amount of miles that they log each year. So congratulations, Ms. Polly, on your team. Appreciate you. Next award, volleyball. Head coach, Mr. Joel Osborne. Assistant coach, Hannah Edgar. And volunteer coach, Brianna Gore and Jess Lefso.
Thank you. Ready?
Oh, to begin, I'd like the following team members who finished the season in good standing to please rise and be recognized. Our managers, first of all, Maddie Seabright, Ella Rude-Peterson, and Hannah Lemmer. Freshmen, Charlie Youngworth, Kendall Seabright, Bryn Giblin, Addison Rice, Layla Hardy, Miley Fye, Grace Lemmer, Jesse Radigan, and Maddie Morissette. Our sophomores, Carly Brabant, Hayden Gall, Cora Kruger, Jerica Radigan, Kinley Smith, Ashley Stroud, and Cece Suker. Our junior, Brooklyn Rishi. And our seniors, Jersey Morrison, Katie Roselle, Chloe Zenz, and also our AFS student. Sometimes she's classified as a freshman, sometimes a sophomore. She could play like a junior, Matilda Paulson. Thank you, girls. The following, if you would come up and join me on the stage with Coach Edgar, they have met the following have met the criteria of playing in at least 10% of the varsity matches. And please come on to the stage to receive your pins and bars. Something happened to me, so bear with me a little bit. Our managers, Maddie Seabright, Ella Rude-Peterson, and Hannah Lemmer. Players, seniors, Chloe Zenz, Katie Roselle, and Jersey Morrison. Come on down. Brooklyn Rishi, our junior. Sophomores, Carly Brabant, Hayden Gall, Jerica Radigan, Kinley Smith, and Cecilia Suker. Freshmen, Charlie Youngworth, Kendall Seabright, Bryn Giblin, Layla Hardy, and Addie Rice. This group of young ladies achieved academic All-State Team Award by maintaining a grade point average above 3.0. And we also had 3 players receive the All-State Academic Achievement Award. Those go to senior girls that have been involved in volleyball through their senior year, and at least for 3 of those years maintained a 3.5 GPA for all 4 years in high school. So this year, those recipients are Chloe, Jersey, and Katie. We had one young lady make it to the Northeast Conference volleyball team, and that was Katie Roselle. I tried. This season for probably the girls was just as challenging as it was for me. We finished the season with a 10-17 record. But I was so pleased, especially as Coach Edgar called it, my 3-week vacation. I was pleased to watch them from home and get a different perspective kind of on how the girls were playing. I'd like to commend Coach Edgar, Coach Gore, Coach Lefso for stepping in and taking my place during that month of September. I think by watching it helped speed my progress a little bit. Maybe sometimes it set it back. But knowing they were in such good hands was a comfort to me. Enough about that. Okay, our team awards this year. Most improved C team player would do whatever was asked of her and steadily improved throughout the season, eventually earning a spot on the varsity. This year's most improved C team player was Addie Rice. Our most improved JV player was striving to always be better. She was really vigorous with her questions and wanted to do her very best every time out. Our most improved JV player this year was Layla Hardy. We have 2 Pheasant Awards this evening. For us, the Pheasant Award epitomizes athletes who work hard, they lead by example, accept their role on the team, even though they might not like it all the time. They don't complain too much, and really do the little things to make everyone better. Our 2 recipients this year are Hayden Gall and Jersey Morrison. Our most improved varsity player became a threat for us as she became more comfortable with playing at the speed of the varsity game. And I know she wants greater things for herself and her team in the next few years. Our most improved varsity player is Charlie Youngworth. We have a coach's award this year to a person who is persevering and wants to do well. She understands her success only comes with putting the work in to be better. This year's coach's award goes to Brooklyn Rishi. Our Miss Hustle Award goes to that scrappy player. If you think about a swimming pool, they're kind of that water bug that goes everywhere and does everything in there. She was doing her best to dig up every ball, reach for a block, reach for a dig, out-hustle the others to keep points alive. For a second year in a row, this Miss Hustle Award goes to Chloe Zenz. Last but not least, our MVP this season led the team in most of the categories we had, including blocks, serving percentage, and kills. She was also our NEC Volleyball All-Conference team member, and that was Katie Roselle. I'd like, once again, just to take the opportunity to thank all of you here, especially these girls, for putting up with me, and especially my speech now, especially the seniors. I can see a lot of boys there. They have to deal with this during lecture class and government, so thank you guys a lot for this. The outpouring of love and support I receive during my absence this past fall was greatly appreciated. I'm extremely grateful to be here in more ways than one, and to be a pheasant for as long as I live. Thank you.
Hello. Me and the girls would like to thank our coaches, all the volunteers, and everybody for showing unconditional support and guidance through everything. Mrs. Edgar, you really played a role in all of our lives, showed us many life lessons as well as volleyball skills. So thank you both.
I don't like hugs, but I am going to.
Thank you, girls, for showing your appreciation. And Mr. Osborne, thank you so much for all you have done for those young ladies in this hard year for you, I guess. We'll put it that way, make it simple. But what a guy. Give him a hand, please. Our next awards will be girls basketball. Head coach, Mr. Tommy Gregg, and assistant coach, Kyle Falk.
Good evening. First, I'd like to introduce some of our players. Start with our C team. This year, in my 15 years, is probably about the first year where we had a really full C team squad. I'm not sure if many of them are here, but if they are, please stand. Katrin Evans, Peyton O'Daniel, Adriana Bagola, Willow Roningberg, Victoria Herrera, JC Apple, Kaylee Disbro, and thanks, Hannah Schlechter, and Octavia Paulson. If you're here, please stand. I'd like to also go over, have our JV players stand. So when I say your name, please stand. Bryn Giblin, Charlie Youngworth, Kendall Seabright, Hayden Gall, Ella Rude Peterson, Kinley Smith, Grace Lemmer, Carly Braybrandt, Miley Fye, Layla Hardy, Cora Kruger, and Madison Morissette. In a few moments, we will bring our letter winners up on stage, but we got to start with our thank you. First, thank you to our administrators, Dr. Mortensen, Ms. Becker, Mrs. Falk, and then Mr. Osborne. Thank you for allowing us to continue to leave school early go on road trips. I'm glad Mr. Osborne's starting to hammer out our schedule so we can have half and half with home games and not live on the road. But we appreciate all they do for us behind the scenes and deflect anything that they need to for us. My assistant coaches, as you can see, this guy's quite the character. You could imagine the inside jokes and one-liners we have for each other, especially towards, I believe, 80s movies and 90s movies. It's nice to have a male around. I appreciate that. Mrs. Zastrow and Mr. Ellingson are our junior high, middle school coaches, so I appreciate all you guys have done, and thank you. Next, we have our administrative support staff and Dawn Waldner and Mrs. Uzzle, Stacy Uzzle. You guys do a phenomenal job of making sure I'm getting out at the right time. I'm not real good at reading the goal sheet or reading in general, so those two keep me on my toes and definitely make sure we get to go where we want to. Our bus driver foreman, Mr. Suker, making sure we have nice clean buses and making sure we get things worked out, you know, sending 40 kids in the winter and then having another 30, 40 in wrestling going all at the same time is not easy. And I know sometimes creates headaches, but we appreciate the transportation. Thank you to our custodians that keep our locker rooms and our floor. We feel like we have one of the more nicer gyms in the conference. I would also like to thank McDonald's in Watertown and Aberdeen for taking care of the coaches and making sure we do eat healthy. This year we did Subway. We did thank Redfield Subway for making sure our kids could get an affordable meal and making sure we're eating healthier. So thank you, Carissa. And then also thank you to Wilbur Ellis. I know they picked up pizza for us on our last away trip to TZ. And then Mr. Price with the Redfield Radio for broadcasting our games, and Mr. Scott for the first half of the year. So we appreciate your support and thank you. Parents and fans, I really appreciate your guys' support and buying into our team concept and what we're trying to teach our kids out here and being respectful of our program and what we're trying to get done. And then lastly, I thank my wife and my family, Noah and Alex and the dogs. You know, she rides it out with me, the good and the bad. If you've coached before, like most jobs, it's hard to shut it off when you get home. And there's not enough time in the day to get it all done at work, so a lot of it comes home with you. I can only imagine how bearable I am to be around mid-January. Okay, next I'm going to call up I'm going to talk real quick about our season. Our season, if you followed us, didn't start real well. It was a tough one, and we kind of expected that. But we had some bright spots early on after our first round Collie game. Kind of went over to Falkton and played a physical team and competed. And I thought we played pretty good basketball outside of our first game up until Christmas. And then, you know, like a team with a lot of inexperience, we kind of hit the wall mid-January into February. And it was hard for our kids. It was hard for me. It was hard for the kids. We were giving effort. Some teams were just, honestly, we had a 4-game stretch where each one was a state tournament team, and they were better than us. But our kids kept it together, and I do want to point out the leadership that our seniors bestowed onto our underclassmen. Without their leadership and their willingness for us to ride out the storm was big for our team. I think you could kind of see the last 2 weeks of the season. We started playing better. We didn't have as many wins as I would have liked, or I'm sure they would have, but we were getting close. And with what we were bringing back and adding to the mix, you know, sometimes you got to learn to go through the difficult times before you can get to the mountaintop. And I really feel if we had another week and a half, 2 weeks in our season, good things were coming. You could see that at the end. So I really want to thank my seniors and all the girls. You know, we weathered the storm together. These girls are fun to be around. We haven't always had that, but it's a deal where their personalities and their attitudes, they always kept coming back and trying to get better. And what we experienced this year, I know is going to help us for the future, and we are excited for the future. So I do thank you guys for that. All right, now we're gonna, for awards, we're gonna call up our letter winners. Okay, and so we'll just go in order of the roster. You got to letter, you got to play in 35% of our games. So letter winners this year: Bryn Giblin, Chloe Zenz, Charlie Youngworth, keep them, and stay up here please. Kendall Seabright, Hayden Gall, Carmen Herrera, Kinley Smith, Addison Evans, Katie Roselle, Carly Braybrandt, Layla Hardy, and Jody Polk. Now we had 3 managers this year, Ashley Stroud and Hannah Lemmer, and then Ella Rude Peterson. They also lettered. So these are our letter winners. I would also like to thank our managers. They do a lot behind the scenes. Outside of practice and playing the game, recording the game is about the biggest thing that matters to me. And Hannah and Ashley really took to wanting to do that. Some kids don't want to do that, but they are interested and they did a great job. Never had to ask another town for video. That's a big deal, a big thing. So we appreciate, and them learning how to score a basketball game. Mr. Ellenson did some teaching there, and I know they had fun doing that, so thank you, managers. Okay, so we're going to start with our awards here. We're going to start with the junior varsity ones first. Our MVP, this girl dominated games that time defensively, and it led to a lot of easy baskets for her. She kind of glides across the floor. She had a big impact on our varsity team as well. This year's JV MVP is Charlie Youngworth. Our next JV award is Miss Versatile. We had a lot of girls going back and forth between varsity and JV. Some of them had to know 3-4 spots, and I'm sure it wasn't to their desire at times. We ran a lot of sets, so you got to know a lot of different things. And I thought we have 2 kids that are going to win this award, one varsity, one JV, and I thought they both handled it very well, didn't whine and complain. Sometimes they were playing out of position because that's what we needed them to do because of quarters and things. But on our JV squad, Miss Versatile is Bryn Giblin. Our varsity awards. This next one is our most improved. This young lady pretty much doubled her output for each statistical category: scoring, rebounds. She was number 2 in scoring on the squad, number 2 in rebounds, and number 2 in steals. And she might have had more rebounds and steals and points if she probably played on about a half a leg the last month and a half. But we're really proud of her. She gave us energy. She was flying around. She always made sure she got her fouls in too. But this year's most improved is Chloe Zenz. This next young lady is a very versatile athlete, as you've seen tonight. She led her team the past 3 years in rebounding. She was second on the team this year in steals, first in blocks. We built their defense around her. Between going from man-to-man and zone, we kind of schemed it to where we thought she needed to be to guard the other team's player, if it's zone or man. And this year's Miss Defense is Katie Roselle. Our next award is Miss Versatile at the varsity level. We're pretty excited about this one. She kind of came out of her shell towards the end of the year. Figured out she likes to go left better than right, and she keeps getting taller, so that's cool. But she played multiple roles this year due to injury a little bit. We maybe see her playing some other positions next year, but she handled it. She got barked at a little bit, and she did a good job with it. And that player for Miss Versatile is Hayden Gall. And our last team award, this is our MVP. This young lady has led our team in scoring the past 3 years. She really blew up this year. Set a school record for 41 points in one game, which was quite something, considering we scored 9 10 days before. We had a lot of those type moments this year, but it was worth it. She led us not only in scoring, minutes played, rebounding, and second in steals and first in blocks. She was just all over, and she was also a 3-time All-NEC selection this year, first team, and she was also named to the Class A All-State Team Honorable Mention, and it's Kate Roselle. And I already talked about our seniors, but I really do want to thank you guys. We get these girls when they're in 7th, 8th grade, and you get to be pretty attached to them. They're in the gym with us for 6 years, and it's been a blast. I really appreciate. I had a lot of fun this year coaching you guys and what you guys did. Our senior awards, we have the South Dakota Girls Basketball Coaches Association, Academic All-State, and you have a GPA 3.5 or higher for 4 years, and that would be Kate, Chloe, and Carmen. All three get a certificate there. And lastly, I'll try to cooking this up. We get our seniors a ball every year. They've got a game photo on them and then some statistics or achievements we've achieved during their career. So all 4 of them will get a ball with a picture on it. So that's all I got, and I'll just give you your balls.
What?
We would just like to thank Mr. Gregg and Mr. Falk for all the time and effort they have put into our team throughout the years. We are extremely grateful for all the support and the memories we have made together. Thank you.
I'm helping you. Well, if you want, yeah. Oh, okay. I'm good then.
Jason Bannister.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Thanks, Tommy and Kyle. They do a great job with those young ladies. Thanks, girls, for the entertainment that you provided for us all. Next awards will be the boys basketball awards. Head coach Lance Howe, assistant coach Jason Bannister, volunteer coach Dalton Howe, and I understand Lance is out of town this evening. So Jason, you will be doing the honors. If you would please come forward, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Before we start, I'd like to thank Joel for the short notice on giving these awards out. As far as the young men that were on the basketball team, we were short in numbers this year, but everybody stepped in, worked their butts off, and worked together as a team. And Coach Howe had said many times throughout the year that these younger players, the 8th graders, our 9th grader and our junior, were the only ones that you guys are so lucky to have a group of seniors like you had. These seniors, they took you under their wings, they worked with you, they rarely lost patience with you, but thank you guys for your leadership this year. Thank you.
Coach Howe wanted me to practice more speaking, so he gave something for me to say. First of all, thanks to Don and Stacy in the office for keeping us informed. My thank you is coming, Don. You know that. Easy. Wanted to thank Jason Bannister and Dalton Howe, the assistant coaches, for all of their assistance this past year as well. We had 14 athletes out for varsity boys basketball, with 4 seniors returning, or 4 senior returning lettermen. So all the boys basketball players come up to the stage at this time that played varsity or JV basketball. In order to letter for boys basketball, an athlete needs to participate in 25% of the varsity games. This year's letter winners Elijah Morissette, Justin Radigan, Tristan O'Daniel, Seth Domke, Dalton Sattler, Ethan Falk, Micah Zastro, Jackson Rude, Grady Hulsher, Keegan Hansen, Austin Snell, Isaac Bannister, and the student managers, Jack Mills, please come forward, and Dawson Marlowe if you're here. This first on the list that Coach Howe has down are the JV most valuable players. These 2 individuals played different roles on the team, with one playing inside and the other distributing the ball. They both were leaders on and off the court with the JV team. They will be asked to continue their leadership skills and step up for the varsity next year. This year's JV most valuable players are Ethan Falk and Grady Hulsher. Our most improved player, when you looked at what he did last year compared to this year, made big strides along with in-season improvements. He was a timid player when the season started and came off the bench in JV games. The coaches talked to him to get more aggressive and not worry about playing against seniors, and he took it to heart. He started playing with more confidence in JV games, with both his rebounding and shooting the ball. This year's most Most improved player is Austin Snell. In boys basketball, we give team captain plaques. The captains are voted on by their peers, and this year's team captains were Elijah Morissette and Justin Radigan. Boys basketball had 2 individuals earn honorable mention NEC All-Conference, and those go to Tristan O'Daniel and Justin Radigan. On the varsity level, they have 2 MVPs. This first one led the team in scoring with 13 points per game, free throws attempted and made, along with leading the team in assists. He figured out how to get to the rim and distribute the ball. And as I mentioned just before, he was an honorable mention for the NEC. Our first most valuable player is Tristan O'Daniel. The next team MVP led us in rebounding the last 2 years, finished his career with 625 rebounds, second all-time for rebounding for Redfield High School. He is a leader on the court and in the locker room, and assists with the younger athletes. He hustles in games and in practice for every loose ball. As I mentioned, an honorable mention for NEC All-Conference, and our next most valuable player is Justin Radigan. The next award is the Pheasant Award. It goes to an athlete who comes out and does the little things you ask of them, whether in practice, games, or scout team, or assists with the athletes on the bench. They never complained about their role on the team and were always there to assist in the program. They came with a smile on their face day in and day out. This year's Pheasant Award goes to a senior who didn't get to finish his senior year the way he would have liked to, but is very much appreciated for his positivity and willing to work with those on the court and from the bench. This year's winner of the Pheasant Award is Elijah Morissette. Coach Howe also wanted to recognize Elijah for the Academic All-State team. For Academic All-State, you have to have 3 years of high school basketball and need to have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 in high school. So congratulations, Elijah. Coach Howe looks forward to next year with this group of young athletes and continue gaining more experience this off-season. Thank you.
Well done.
Good job, Joey.
Table's getting cleared off a little bit, huh?
Our next awards, the Wrestling Awards, presented tonight by head coach, Mr. Kelby Hawkins, assistant coach, Doug Wright, and Brady Edgar.
All right, I'll keep this under 30 minutes for you guys. Can I have all the wrestlers come up, please? 6 through 12. All you guys get up here, please. And while they're walking up, I just want to recognize and thank all the coaches, parents, and community support. I haven't grown up not in Redfield. Being in Redfield now, it's pretty incredible to see all the support here for wrestling, and all around it's pretty amazing. So I'd like to give a round of applause to Mr. Doug Wright, Brady Edgar, Brock Edgar for running the AAU program. He makes it pretty easy for me. He has those kids ready. Once they're in 6th grade, they're ready to transition into high school, and I thank Brock Edgar, Cam Pudwell, Jake Lefso, Dallas Youngworth. Those guys, they'd come in, time out of their day, they'd come in, wrestle with some of these guys. So a huge thank you to those guys. Our stats girls, Adrian Whitley and Ruthie Croney, thank you for traveling on those early morning bus rides, putting up with these crabby wrestlers, and for getting to grab the med bag most of the time, but it's all right. Parents, fans, traveled to events, state tournament, it was pretty incredible. We had a couple floors of straight Redfield fans on the balcony. They had some late nights, but it'd be full of Redfield fans, and it's pretty incredible to see the support there. Wade Schlatter, I'd like to thank him for leaving the program in good hands. These guys were ready. He built this program up. He did a really good job, and whenever I had questions, I'd go to Wade. How do you run track? Stuff like that. He always helped me out. And then Mr. Osborne, I'd like to thank you for coordinating events, being there early morning weigh-ins, 5, 6 a.m. I only had to call and wake you up once, but thank you for showing up, getting us weighed in so we get on the road. So let's just give a round of applause for all those people. Overall, season-wise, it was a lot of ups and downs. Coming in as a new coach, these guys had to adjust to me. I had to adjust to them. I'd been out of the high school wrestling for 6 years, so it was a little different coming in, seeing what I had to work with. And at one point, it's like, geez, we got to be able to place a couple guys at state tournament. And we ended up placing 5 guys at state tournament. The guys performed well when they needed to, and 4 of those place winners will be coming back next year. So excited to keep growing this team, and some of those 7th graders coming up are going to be up there as well. So I'd just like to announce, before I get into letter winners, we had a bunch of middle school wrestlers go to middle school state, and I will announce their names here. Some of them are up here. We had Silas Scholes, Axel DeYoung, Bentley Hartman, Braxton Maher, Caleb Nelson, Brantley Schwartz, Mark Kinley Kazoo. And then our placers, we had Jace Edgar take 5th place, Braylon Marlowe take 4th, Zach Bonin take 4th, Xander Parisian take 6th place, Raleigh Benton get 3rd, and Casey Herman get 2nd place. So let's give a round of applause to those middle school. We had 7 6th graders this year, so that's a pretty incredible number. Hopefully all of them stay out, and then we just keep growing and growing. Those guys will be upperclassmen like most of these guys up here and placing at the high school state tournament. So we will do the letter winners. You guys got them? Okay. So we'll start with grade 5, 6th year letter winner, Chase McGilvery, 5th year. Colin Dean, 3rd year letter winner. Camden Murray, 3rd year. Dylan Murray, 3rd year. Matt Odlin, 3rd year. Connor Zenz, 3rd year. Jake Whiff, 1st year. Aiden Understock Jessen, 1st year. Raleigh Benton, 1st year. Zachary Bonin, 1st year. Tate Newhart, 1st year. Mark Kinley Kazoo, 1st year. Casey Herman, 1st year. And Caleb Nelson, 1st year letter winner. All right, so now we'll do our state place winners. They'll get a plaque. We have Matt Oldland, 7th place at state. We have Connor Zenz, 8th place. Dylan Murray, 8th place. Camden Murray, 5th place. And Grady Phi, state champion. All right, so now I want to talk about our seniors, and then we'll get into our awards. So we have our 2 seniors, Chase McGilvery and Grady Phi. Okay, both of these guys are incredible leaders coming in. I was able to build a relationship with them right away. They both work their tail off. They lead by action. They're not one of those guys that just are blabbing. They go out there, put in the work, kick my butt around a little bit, and I'm super thankful to been able to work with those guys for 1 year. Chase, he would have been on the podium. Unfortunately, he had a season-ending injury, but I had him notched down as he was getting top 5 in the state. And then Grady Phi, he got the job done, taking care of business at state and being a state champ. He's going to be going on to wrestle at Northern State, and then Chase is also playing football. So let's give a round of applause to those guys. Okay, we'll move on to our most improved wrestler. So this kid, last year, he made the state tournament, didn't win a match. He kind of had a tough season. He'd beat some kids, lose to some kids, and I didn't know if he was going to place at state tournament. He was kind of on the fringe. And he went in the state tournament. He showed a lot of guts, beat a kid that was beating him all year long, a solid kid. He was ranked up there 3 or 5 in the state, beat that kid, got in for 5th and 6th, and then won his 5th place match. And that kid is Camden Murray. Our next one, young kid here, he's going to be state placer next year. He had 27 varsity wins as a 7th grader, 2nd at middle school state, lost to a real tough kid in the finals. He's really reserved, doesn't say much. He acts pretty tough sometimes, but he's pretty quiet about it. But this kid, I'm excited for him to have him next few years, and Casey Herman. Rookie of the year. Next award is Hardest Worker, Iron Man Award. This one is pretty easy. This kid, after every practice, staying, doing extra, wrestles all summer long, does everything right. Things didn't go the way he wanted last year. It pissed him off, and he came back ready to get the job done this year. And the hardest worker is Grady Phi. The Pheasant Pride Award. So when I think of this, I think of the Redfield wrestling tradition, going out there, fighting, leaving all you got out on the mat, okay? Representing that R across your chest with pride. And this kid, he took some beatings during the year, all right? He hadn't wrestled, I don't know if he's ever wrestled. And at the beginning of the year, didn't even know how to shoot really. And at the end of the year, he almost made the state tournament. 1 match away from making the state tournament. After every single match, win or lose, he showed a lot of heart. He either really upset, which I love to see because he wanted to win, or if he won, he just over-elated, okay? It meant the world to him. And the Pheasant Pride Award goes to Aiden Understock Jessen. Coaches Award, we decided to do 2 individuals for this award. Both of these guys do everything right. They're asking us questions all the time, writing down what they need to, going over stuff with us, super disciplined. After season's been over, they've been in the weight room every single 3 days a week, 5:30 a.m. They don't miss a lift. They're in there all the time doing what we want them to do. And one of them's not here, and that would be Colin Dean, and our other Coaches Award is Connor Zenz. The last award here is Outstanding Wrestler. This one is pretty easy to give. Grady scored 29 of our 57 points at the state tournament. That's over half of our points, all right? And we're gonna have to have guys step up next year to fill in Grady's spot. 4-9-0, state champion, Grady 5.
I would like to add that he did go undefeated 4-9-0, just like he said, but he pinned everybody but 2 kids this year. So he had a really good year and maximized his potential. He pinned last year's state champion twice, I think more out of vengeance, but he had a great year this year. And like I said, only 2 kids went the whole match with him.
Then last awards we're going to give out, they did the first annual all-area team, and we had Dylan Murray, Camden Murray, and Grady Phi get that.
Big thank you to everybody up here. Practice I know can be tough, difficult. A lot of times they're pretty upset with us when they leave, but really appreciate you guys sticking it out. Go find a friend, get them out for next year. Thank you, Hank Brasilio, for doing lifts in the morning, not just for your team, but for the entire school. That's big to have somebody, no kid's got any excuse to say, I can't go lift. Big thank you to parents, dragging kids around, whether it's for wrestling, basketball, volleyball, and putting in the time. Without you guys, they wouldn't get to be here, be doing what they're doing, be as successful as they are. Every kid in school, especially that's here, needs to find a friend next year and get them out for another sport. Whether there's got to be kids out there that either aren't in a sport or only in one, get more than one. There's plenty of opportunity for different kinds of sports. Our school needs as many kids out as possible. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I'd just like to start off by thanking our managers, Adrian Whitley and Ruthie Croney. Not a lot of people would be willing to give up their Saturdays to do what you guys do, so thank you from myself and the team. Thank you to Kelby for taking over as the new head coach and showing us different styles and ways to practice that allowed us to have a lot of fun this year. Thank you to all the Edgars for everything you guys do, whether it's going to practice or working the tournaments in town. It doesn't go unnoticed. And special thanks to Doug. Doug's been coaching me since the 4th grade, and I wouldn't be where I am without him. My sophomore year, I didn't have anyone to wrestle at practice, so Doug threw his shoes on, and after about 10 minutes, I slammed Doug's face off the mat, and if any of you know him, he didn't exactly keep his cool. So it wasn't long after that Cameron Pudwell, Jake Leveso, and Dallas Youngworth started getting in the room, and I'm very grateful for those guys, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to have the season that I did. And thank you to all of those who traveled to tournaments. Some of you guys don't even have kids or grandkids wrestling, so that's something I see as very special. And it's just very nice to have a great wrestling community, and it's something I'm very grateful for, so thank you.
It's hard to have to follow. Well, Mr. Hawkins, where'd you go? Stand up. There he is. Big shoes to fill when you come to Redfield for wrestling. Mr. Schlatter, Mr. Esser, I think we've got him converted from being a Bearcat and a Tiger. I think we've got him converted over to being a Pheasant. I know I got his dad leaning that direction. So thanks, Kelby, for everything you do. Doug, Brady, the whole Edgar family, wow. Contribution to the sport of wrestling in Redfield is fantastic. Appreciate every bit of it. Two more things. Don Wallner, thank you for everything you do to the school, not only for the athletic program, but for everything else. Don, you're amazing. I want to thank Mr. Osborne one more time for allowing me to MC the awards banquet again. I do appreciate it. I enjoy doing it every year. I enjoy working with all these young people as much as I get to. I have one more request. All seniors, please stand up. All seniors. Let's give these people a round of applause for all the great entertainment that they have provided for us here in Redfield, their athletic career. Thank you guys, gals, very much for everything you've done for the sports in Redfield High School. Thank you. With that, in closing, we'd like to thank everyone for coming out this evening. Again, we appreciate all you athletes for everything you do, and a special appreciation goes out to each and every one of you coaches for all the great job, all the hard work, long hours that you put in. It is greatly appreciated. Seniors, we have your banners in the back yet. Please come up and pick those up before you leave. They're all back here on a table. With that, we bid you all a good evening. Thanks for coming out. Drive safe going home. Sounds like we got a little rain while we were in here. Have a good evening.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
Looking to maximize your crop yields? Turn to Proven Ag, your trusted experts located north of Redfield. Proven Ag specializes in pioneer seed, chemical sales, and crop consulting. Plus, they offer access to any other seed or forage needs you may have. For top-notch service and results, call Adam at 605-460-0570 or Drew at 605-460-1999. Let's grow success together with Proven Ag, a proud sponsor of Redfield area athletics and events.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
You'll find friendly, small-town service at your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield. They have all your small home repair needs covered. Plus, they now carry lumber and Valspar paints, along with all of your painting supplies. They have your fencing needs covered, too. From carry pet to livestock, they're a proud supporter of all youth athletics and activities. So for whatever you need, look no further than your locally owned and operated SBS Lumber and Hardware in Redfield.